I want to give a little insight to the mentality, and I don't know if I'm preaching to the crowd or not, but I don't know how many people, what kind of audience actually listens on YouTube, because it's probably greatly varied audience. But I figure for most people, the average person really doesn't have an understanding of what even a professional businessman is about or how they think. They will never buy this stuff for the most part. Silver, they won't touch it. It's volatile. And anybody that's been in business for a number of years, almost all of them won't touch the metals. They don't think of it as money. You know, you think Bernanke's kind of stupid for saying gold isn't money or whatever. He knows what he's talking about, and he's not really. I don't know what game he has exactly, but almost everybody in business thinks that gold is not money. It's just some speculative garbage. That's what they think of it as. That's how they think. They think of dollars. They think of here and now. What does it buy me now? And how much am I going to make from it in the future? They do not think of any of the metals as a safe haven. This is actually, and you know, this is not available to them. They can't do this. It's not an option. You know, of the biggest money, and I'm not talking about, you know, attorneys, CPAs, and doctors. I'm talking about people in business that have serious money, like hundreds of millions. Me personally, I'd be buying all metals and I'd take off. That's what I would be doing. You know, I'd play real low profile on that stuff. I think the biggest problem is they're wrapped up with a bunch of garbage with their stupid families and all this garbage in their you got, you know, if you actually understand, you see what goes on in a lot of things. You know, it's always like the wife hooks up with somebody who's got a lot of bucks, and she's, you know, it's all about money. It's all about money. You know, and if you understand what Bill and Hillary Clinton is like, that's pretty much the norm in the business world, all over the place. It's dysfunctional as all hell, and it's all about money. But they don't think of this stuff. They'll think about, you know, what's it going to give me next week? They don't think about different things. They go to their financial advisors and they get BS'd for a percentage fee. That's what goes on. And you know what? I told some of these people about things like this, and yeah, it went up a lot. But you know what they'll do? They'll invest in SLV. So who cares? Let them do what they want. You know? I know this preacher, Lindsey Williams, says sometimes he'll say that there's going to be great wealth lost. Well, look at it. Who cares? Go ahead. You know? You know, I think there are a number of people in a little circle on YouTube that know about this stuff. But you know, you look at Brother John F., for instance. He was talking about this coin. And, you know, if you bought this coin for when it wasn't going for so much of a premium, and look at today on GainesvilleCoins.com, look how much of a premium it's going for. And if you go on eBay, it's even a higher premium. So, you know, it's a smart buy even today at, you know, current spot prices that are getting hammered below $28. Now, first thing I did today, I saw oil starting to retract, and I was thinking that, you know, I dumped some of it before, but I'm buying it in different lots now. I'm not just holding on to it, waiting for Lindsey Williams' predictions to come true, because obviously I shouldn't have been doing that. I should have been using my own senses, and that's what I'm going to do from now on. But yesterday, Iran was talking about closing the Straits of Hormuz. Iran's is about as bad as Israel. You know, they're talking garbage left and right. And I mean, I know there's something backing up it, but you're putting fear in the market, so it went up to 101. And I sold this stuff a little higher than it is right now today, this morning, first thing. Because not so much that I'm up on it, I'm a little bit down on it, but I figure, hey, I could recognize the a loss. You know, some of it I was up on, some of it I was down on. I don't want to get into details on that. But I'm looking at silver, 27.59. Now, I'm probably going to buy some of this stuff in January, a little bit bigger lot. And I don't know how much I want to buy because I got a pretty significant amount as it is. And you know, today I decided, well, I'm going to buy a few Cougars. So I bought a few Cougars, and that was it. That's what I've been wanting to do. And I'm just buy a few at a time here and there, and I might buy a more significant amount of Eagles in January, because who knows, this might drop even further. But I'm looking at this price, and I'm saying $60, $70 this year, and I think this is going to turn out better than oil at this price. But I'm going to jump back into oil if it goes down below 95, and it might even go to 93 for all I know. And I figure it's going to jump back up again. I'm going to play in and out. As long as I make some gains on it, several percent here and there, I'll take it. But I'm looking at silver right now, and that's one of the reasons I sold some oil. I'm thinking of getting more physical silver, not just a few ounces here and there, but more of it. And that's an excellent price. But I do want to point out that the people that are in business, and they don't go on YouTube and talk. I mean, the only people, this is what got me aggravated about YouTube. Well, it's not so bad. I don't want to put down anybody's efforts, but you got various people putting out opinions, and it's good because as a team, you get better knowledge than one person could ever put out. That's an absolute fact. Working as a team, you will get a better answer. But there's many people that really have no concept of how the average higher end business people think, and they think like Ben Bernanke. That's how they honestly think. They don't think of gold as money, most of them. And you know, the guy selling the newsletters, this is one thing else, other beef I had. If you knew what the hell you were doing, and you wouldn't want the word to get out there to like millions of people, you'd want to keep that word to yourself, because what it is, it's a card game of winners and losers. And you want people to make the wrong moves. You know, that's one reason I kind of wonder about information you get from Lindsey Williams. Obviously, you know, I can imagine how many people bought options on oil and lost a complete bet. I didn't do something like that. I was smart enough not to do that. But looking at, you know, if you knew what was going on and you really know the markets, you put your own money in there and you play in and out as you think, and you basically keep your mouth shut about it. So you're never going to really find great information from any newsletter. That's one thing I always knew, because, you know, you get this spiel about people telling you what to do with your money. But me, I'm just putting out what I'm doing, you know, whether I win or lose. I'm mostly out of oil now. If it goes up to $110 a barrel, well, I'm not much in it now, so I lose out. But I look out that the silver drops so much, I probably want to buy more physical silver. And I am not trusting these brokerage accounts for nothing anymore. I think there is going to be something coming up in 2012 where there's going to be more garbage going on. And you're not going to be able to trust the banking system as well as you did in the past. I know some of that's conspiracy theory, and there's a lot of drama out there. But looking at the price of silver right now, I like the idea of physical silver, so I'm probably going to pick up some more of this stuff. Not just a few ounces here and there, and do it in January 2012. Now, but I do want to point out, the wealthiest people, they don't have an opportunity to buy physical gold and silver. You know why? The reality is, for the most part, I'm going to put this in plain English, their families are crapola. Their wives are crapola. Everybody around them that's an in-law is an outlaw. If they bought physical this and that, it would disappear. They feel safe with their money in their bank, with their finger on the computer, with their password that nobody else knows. And they trust people they've been dealing with for decades and decades and decades. That's how they all are. They will not buy any physical metals, and you're probably going to lose out. But hey, you know what? Screw them. That's the way I look at it. Now, to me, I just want to point out the way they think. And this is kind of something more for the middle class, but there isn't enough of this stuff to go around for the middle class. It obviously, a good 99.9% of the middle class isn't even bothering with this stuff. That you could be sure of. Even though there's still a significant amount of buying going on, it hasn't hit anywhere near where it's going out to the common people, and they're all buying silver, because that is what's going to generate some serious prices on this. There is way too much money in this system to jump into silver. I know that's been pointed out, but the big money, they don't think of this as safe haven. Most of them are stupid. I don't know, maybe the people like Lindsey Williams knows are in a different mindset. But I've seen a number of different people in business, and I'm kind of into this stuff, and I always had this mentality about gold and silver for decades. I've always had that. I always kept some on the side. But they don't have no inkling about this stuff. They do not want to bother putting any serious money in this. They'll buy it like, a toy. I mean, it's basically nothing to them. But they will not put any significant amount of their money into silver. They will not do it. And they are that stupid, believe me. They are that stupid. But the way I look at it, too bad, right? And I do want to say, this is an opportunity now. I'm probably going to wait till January 12th, because I don't want to transfer any money around this time. That's when I don't want to do it. So, but I think I'm going to start picking up some more of this, even though I got a lot of this stuff as it is.